Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, don't give up.
Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining us in another episode of your favorite show, which is Red's View. We are back in full effect.
Yes,
I'm your gracious host, J Red, and I have the most honorable, legendary DJ PM. He's been off the scene for a minute from Red's View, but he's been working, you know what I'm saying? But we back in this thing full effect. Man, it feels good to be back.
It's good to be back, man.
Yeah. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to youtube.com/WeAuthenticNetwork. Follow us everywhere, and stream and download my album. Download and stream my album Once Too. Available on all digital platforms, man. We've been doing a lot. I've been making a couple of Bone videos, and we got some new subscribers. So,
okay, shout out to the new subscribers. Welcome to Red's View.
Welcome to Red's View. So here at Red's View, we go ahead and dive into things, after we get the little intro out the way.
Right.
So Tekashi Snitch 9.
I like that.
Tekashi.
Did you make that up?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I couldn't take credit for that.
All right, shout out to whoever made that up. That's
right.
dope.
Now, Tekashi Snitch 9. I mean, I'm not gonna go through the whole spiel, but everybody should know, dude got locked up.
Absolutely.
For racketeering charges, and now he's squealing to the feds. He admitted he wanted to testify,
right,
in order to reduce his sentence or walk away free.
Right.
And I think that he's gonna walk away free.
Well, I don't think he's gonna walk away free, but so they offered him. Well, the original thing was 40 to life if he took it to trial.
Yeah.
And then he copped a plea and he snitched. I think he's gonna do 5.
But you think he's doing some time?
Yeah, he's still gonna do some time.
Because some people, it was a thing that came out today that's saying that he believes he's gonna get out in 2020.
Yeah, but they got him on racketeering. They got him on conspiracy to commit murder.
Oh, yeah, he did.
They got him on some crazy charges. He gonna do at least 5 years.
If he does,
in my opinion,
if he doesn't do any time, then officially he's the hip hop police.
Well,
he's working with the feds.
You saying he's always been the police?
He's always been, yeah. Because it's a strong possibility that he.
You're like the third person to say that.
Yeah,
that he been the police the whole
time, the entire time. Because look who he's starting to call out.
Right.
And my thing is, if he started calling out Jim Jones,
right,
Cardi B,
right,
who didn't have anything to do with the case,
right,
but the fact that you have to name them.
They said Woody. He named Woody too from Toy Story.
Oh,
the red
no, Raphael from the Ninja Turtles.
I heard about he snitched on Raphael from the Ninja Turtles.
He's snitching on everybody. So, thing is, we know that he's snitching. Now, my whole spill on this, and we've talked about this before, I don't understand how we let him in the culture.
Because we're so acceptable as a culture.
It's so crazy, man. It's I think the reason it feels like he's just an industry plant is because he's the epitome of what the older generation or traditional hip-hoppers wouldn't like about the culture.
Absolutely.
The colored rainbow hair.
Absolutely.
The tattoos on his face, rainbow grill, the blood gang.
Right, the way he raps. It's
just all of it is mixed in one.
He was really CB4.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Redheads that's young, if you've never seen CB4
with Chris Rock.
Do yourself a favor, go watch it. He was literally that.
Dude, this whole time it just feels like he was just playing it like a creative wrestler.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You create that on the game and then you just put him out and he has something from everybody.
Right.
And he's the epitome of what we hate as a culture.
Absolutely.
But he comes in, and if you go back and look at his Breakfast Club interviews, this dude basically said, I'm not supposed to be here.
Right.
He said, look, man, I got rainbow hair, but everybody mad at me. Why is everybody mad at me? I'm not supposed to be here. I went back and studied that junk, and I'm like, oh, okay. It's starting to make sense. But
so you think he been the police the whole time?
The whole time, man. And it's going to be, for real, if he doesn't do any time, which I feel like it's a possibility that he won't, because they're already talking about having him go in witness protection.
Right.
And you know what that means. It's like if he goes in witness protection, he probably is going back to where they had him anyway.
But where can he go where people won't recognize him, though? I mean, he got rainbow hair. He got 6'9" tattoos on his face.
They will probably make him take it off.
All over his body.
What if
Don't he got the Jigsaw Man on his face, too?
What if that's not even real? For what we know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Yeah. What if he takes that off? This whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I feel you.
Yeah, because we already saw a picture of him back when he was going to Catholic
school. He looks nothing
like he does now. So it's we're gonna let this unfold, but it's just crazy that he called out Jim Jones.
Yeah,
and they got a recording of Jim Jones.
I heard it saying that
he got to get violated.
Which, in Jim Jones' defense, doesn't incriminate him in any way because he didn't say what the violation was. Or
could they bring that up?
I mean, of course they're gonna bring it up, and they're gonna use the gang term for violated, but. That's not gonna stick in court, so he'll be all right.
You think he's straight?
Yeah. Jim
and then
Jones
Cardi B, I mean, Lord knows why, because I always feel like it's the reason why he called them out.
Right. Well, of course.
So I'm thinking like, okay, what's gonna transpire after this?
Right.
But the whole thing is, man, so it involves the hip hop culture and the gang culture.
Right.
Right now, dude, I ain't gonna lie. If you say that you in the Bloods, it's.
He probably gonna snitch on you.
Well, not even that. It's just the Bloods don't even feel serious now.
Right.
Because
I agree with that.
We put the face, and it started with this when all these rappers started becoming Blood members after they became famous,
right?
Or like Chris Brown,
right?
Then it's starting to feel like, okay, they're not much of a threat,
right?
Or
well, I'm not gonna say that.
Well, not much of a threat, but
yeah, I'm not gonna say that the Bloods aren't much of a threat or aren't real. What's happening is, just to be real, these artists are being extorted. Like, they're like, all right, look, I need street cred. I need to be able to move around and not worry about this or that, this and that. Yeah. So they pay the Bloods to be able to say they're Blood. And that's how they get down. But the problem is the real Bloods are forgetting that these people aren't real gangsters. They're forgetting that these people are millionaires. They're forgetting that they're extorting these people. And so they start doing crime in front of them or for them or with them. Yeah. And then you end up with a Tekashi 6ix9ine situation.
Yeah, and like he admitted that the whole thing was a gangster image. Yeah. They came up with their own CB4 stuff. Yeah. The only thing
I mean, it's literally the CB4 movie.
Yeah, in front of our eyes.
Right.
And everybody, my whole thing is this, and I made this post on Facebook. I said that we let a rainbow-headed...
I remember that.
You know, all that stuff. And I just want to point something out. When we talk about... My argument was like the Mexicans saying the N-word.
Right.
Right? Now, somebody tried to debate with me and argue me down that Latinos... were a part of the creation of hip-hop.
Right.
Which they were, but let's break down Latinos, the ethnic group.
Okay.
You have to be very specific. Puerto Ricans were around during the creation of hip-hop.
Right.
Did they actually create it? No. They participated in the culture.
Right.
Like, you can't name me any Puerto Rican, full-blooded Puerto Rican DJs that created it. You can't name me full-blooded rappers that were Puerto Rican at that time. We're talking about DJ Kool Herc,
right.
Grandmaster Flash, The Furious Five, Treacherous 3, like all these people that were a part of the foundation. Now, of course, you had the breakdancing and graffiti. Right. That's a part of that. And they participated in there, but there weren't any Mexicans.
Right.
Tekashi says that he's half Puerto Rican, half Mexican, but he waves around that Mexican flag.
He definitely does.
Now, let's break down the Mexicans. There are a lot of Mexican rappers. Right. Shout out to Lil Rob. Shout out to Mr. Capone E.
Shout out to Cap G.
Cap
one of the
G.
young ones.
Yeah. Like all those essays and stuff, they rap, but they never use the N-word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? High Power Entertainment. Shout out to y'all. They don't use that. Now, Puerto Ricans, Fat Joe, Jennifer Lopez.
Right.
You remember that controversy. Fat Joe, Jennifer Lopez, Big Pun. You know what I'm saying? They use it and they're able to get away with it. But Fat Joe just even came out and said, look, all music is black music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Which I agree with.
Well, yeah, I agree with that too.
Except for maybe like country. I don't know if I would.
No, country music.
Is country?
Yeah, that came from us.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, definitely. Everything pretty much. So, like the thing is, I've always felt iffy about, like, you know, you got your little Uzis, your Young Thugs and stuff like that. Well, I'm not gonna say they were industry plants, but it felt like they were getting paid to do, you know, sell a certain image.
I like thug music, though.
But I mean, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But Tekashi, it's like this dude, just everything about him just didn't feel right. And
right.
Thumbs down to us, and I say us because I feel like collectively, hip hop, we need to stop this shit. We need to stop accepting any and everybody.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like the thing is with Eminem, you know what I'm saying, Vanilla Ice, you got some people that came out that you took serious, but it wasn't to the point where they exploited us.
Right.
Vanilla Ice was halfway there.
Yeah.
But Eminem came and did his own thing. Bubba Sparks came and did his own thing. Paul Wall, he was a part of us, but he still kind of did his own thing.
I like Paul Wall too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I do actually.
But Tekashi just feels like this act of hip hop.
Oh, it was an act.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was imitating what he thought would sell, and he was right.
Yeah. And he was right on the money. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Now, this is a question I have. When we talk about snitching, they always say, though, what people are saying and defending Tekashi practically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're defending him saying, well, if you were facing 40 years, would you snitch on your homies?
On my homies, no.
Or snitch. Would you snitch? Like,
no.
You wouldn't snitch. You wouldn't do no snitching.
Man, I'm going to just tell you, bro. So one of the reasons I'm not into the street life like that is because I know I can't do the time. And so I'm like one of those real people where it's like, hey, life has consequences. Mm-hmm. And you have to live with those consequences. The same way now, Tekashi might not do no jail time, but he got to watch his back the rest of his life. I don't care where he go. I don't care what he do to his face. Tekashi, did you watch The Sopranos?
Yeah.
All right, so in The Sopranos, you remember that one guy snitched on the family and then moved way to Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
And Tony was just up there taking his daughter to school and bumped into him and was like, yo, I'm going to take care of this. Mm-hmm. Tekashi has to realize that that's his reality for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So me personally, if I was in that life, I would be 10 toes down. So no, I wouldn't snitch, personally.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be in that life.
Yeah, me neither. And that's what I feel like, too. Like, I agree with you. If you're a part of that, then you have to deal with the consequences of what actually comes with it.
Bro, listen to me. There is no way you don't know what happens in that life. Like, there's been movies. There's been books. You can ask one of your... If you're from the hood, like I'm from the hood, you can ask somebody in your neighborhood. Like, I got... Like, bro, all my real gangbang friends, like the ones that really gangbang,
are in jail.
Or dead, or been to prison and will tell you, bro, this ain't fun.
Yeah.
This ain't fun, no people that's lighting the pans, bro.
Yeah.
Because when them boys catch you, and they are going to catch you, whether it's the cops or your rival, you going to get caught eventually. Yeah. And you got to do the time.
Yeah. And that's what it involves. And my thing is this. It's like I'm wondering now, say Tekashi does get out. Well, first of all, I just know he's not.
Well, he gonna get out.
Yeah.
It's just win.
Just win. Right. So the people that are defending it saying, would you snitch? Would you snitch? Right?
Right.
And the fact that it's funny, but we're making all these memes and everything and making fun of this situation.
Right.
Are we taking it too lightly to where if he does come out, when he does come out, will he be accepted?
Well, I think the memes are hilarious, one. Two, I'm not taking it lightly, but you got to understand, hip-hop is not controlled by the inner city anymore. So the people who was buying Tekashi 6ix9ine music in the first place don't care that he's a snitch, bro. You think these kids in suburbia care that Tekashi 6ix9ine? They don't have no street code.
Right.
Come on, man. They don't care. Tekashi 6ix9ine music, I promise you, if Tekashi 6ix9ine get out of jail and can find somebody to work with him, he'll have a #1 song.
I feel like that too. And I think Tip said something about that. Like, I just think that, like you said, hip-hop is not controlled by the streets anymore, obviously. If it still was controlled by the streets, Tekashi wouldn't even be here. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think Chris Brown would be able to say freely, I'm a blood.
Right. He would, but it's because he pays to say so.
Well, no, I think this. I don't think that the Bloods back in the 90s would have accepted like a Bobby Brown to say, you think so?
For the right amount of money, absolutely.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you that.
I don't think so.
Bro, money,
I think that I think that they would have.
Think about why most gangs go to war nowadays. It's over money. It's misguided into being over them colors and stuff like that, but it's really over territory. And the territory is because they need the territory to sell.
But can you agree that
stuff
originally it didn't used to be just about money? Like the creation of the game.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the creation of it, you know what I'm saying? Going up until like the early 80s, late 90s. But
that's what I'm talking about.
Man, from then on, it's been about that dollar.
Well, yeah, that. But I'm saying like Bobby Brown, he was out in the 80s. So I don't think that the Bloods back, they would have worried about their representation more so than the money at that particular time. Now, I agree with you.
I don't know, bro.
After the 90s, like later, then because that's when it started happening.
Yeah. I mean, it's all speculation, but I don't know, man. Money talk.
Yeah, and bullshit walks.
Right.
But anyway, man, like this Tekashi stuff is crazy. We're going to see what happens and the results, keep going.
Snitch 9.
Yeah, Snitch 9. So let's talk about Antonio Brown.
Okay. AB.
Yeah. So now I don't follow the NFL. And with me not following the NFL for obvious reasons, I haven't been following the players. But anytime a black man says that a white man did something, I'm gonna side with the black man before I know the details, because I mean, look at the like what happened. So briefly explain what happened.
So long story short, AB was signed. He was with the Pittsburgh Steelers and he didn't want to be there anymore. So they sent him to the Raiders, and while he was with the Raiders, he had $30 million guaranteed.
Okay.
But he didn't want to play on the Raiders because they weren't a contender. So he just started like
spazzing up.
Yeah, just keeping up a bunch of nonsense like AB does. And so they cut him.
Has he always done that?
Nah, it's been like the last year or so.
Okay.
He became really a diva, which he is one of the best was one of the best receivers in the NFL. So he kind of had the right to
act like
but
that.
Not to the sense of what he did it. So anyway, so they cut him. The Raiders picked him up, $30 million guaranteed. He didn't want to be on the Raiders. And so he started acting crazy, like he was complaining about a helmet, this and the third. He wanted to be cut from them. So they cut him. Then the Patriots signed him. And he had $90 million guaranteed with a chance to make up at least $15 million this year with incentives. And then all of a sudden, from nowhere, he had a sexual misconduct allegation.
Right.
And
the Patriots let him go.
Well, the Patriots let him go after the same young lady sent text messages to, I believe, TMZ with AB's friend, AB's lawyer, and another person all on a group thread. And they labeled it as intimidating threats. Now, I personally didn't see anything intimidating about it, but it said different things like, oh, she's a broke B. She's making this up, this and the third. And my thing is, how dumb do you have to be to include your lawyer on this? Because now he can't deny it.
Right, exactly. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been following. I've been seeing just, some of the stuff, but I just, like, it just looked crazy.
Right.
And the fact, now, is he out? Is he done with the NFL?
Well, he said he is.
That he's done.
I don't think nobody else going to sign him amid these sexual allegations anyway, though. So he's saying he's done, but I don't think it's by choice anyway. But we'll see.
Do you blame him for where he's at?
Absolutely.
So it's not racism?
No. Okay. Not to me. I think it might be a little favoritism because Big Ben has sexual allegations and he's never been cut from his team.
Yeah.
But AB has sexual allegations along with being a nutcase.
Oh, so, got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think all that plays a part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's at the point where it's like, man, he's a top 5 athlete as far as wide receivers go, but is it worth the headache?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, well, shout out to AB.
Hey, shout out to AB, man. I hope he finds, you know what I'm saying, somewhere to get some money.
Yeah. So,
but to go from $30 million to no money, I fight you. Like if that was me and you and we was friends, like I fight you.
We are friends.
I fight you.
Oh, okay.
Like if you had a chance to get $30 million and like you just didn't turn your album in or something, and then that label dropped you and another label signed you and was like, oh, we'll give you $15 million.
Yeah.
And then you found a way to mess that up too?
Yeah.
Yeah. As your friend, I'd fight you.
You fight me.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So let's talk about H&M.
Okay.
H&M recently got into some more controversy.
They did.
With the relaxed hair for a black girl.
Right.
Now...
Or natural, messy.
Natural.
Yeah, messy.
But they said that the children were supposed to all have a relaxed
look. A messy look. It was a messy campaign.
I could have sworn. It was messy campaign.
Maybe I'm confusing relaxed with like perm.
No. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
They said relaxed, like coming from school.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So H&M had an ad. Ads. It
was a campaign.
With girls, little girls coming home from school, and you had some texture of like a mixed girl.
Right.
You had some with just a regular white girl, and they had their hair in a bun, and it's kind of messy. And then you have one controversial one with the black girl with very coarse hair like mine.
Right.
And her edges weren't pressed.
No.
It was in a ponytail.
It was in what we in the black community call a struggle ponytail.
Right. And they called that relaxed.
Right.
Now, it's two sides of it. One side is saying, oh, this is racist. H&M is back at it again. And you could be like, okay, I'm sure they saw that
Right.
compared to the other girl's hair and was just like, oh, we're going to disguise this.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to disguise this as a relaxed look and just ease in how bad the black girl looks.
Right.
Then you got the other side and being like, well, my cousin look like that when they come home from school. My daughter looks like that when she come home from school.
Right.
Why do we have to say that hair isn't nice?
Right.
Is it because we were taught that hair isn't nice compared to the other girls who have their ponytails
Right.
and it's messy and stuff like that? Are we so Europeanized to where edges, like, why do we have to comb it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you got people in Africa who walk around with that. What if you didn't know to brush your hair or do that every day? It's a taught thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's two sides to it. And I understand both arguments. However, I feel like on the H&M side, the powers that be looked at that and tried to sneak that in there because of the history that they've had.
That's how you feel.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because what Brittany was saying, not call me Sue, but Brittany was saying, I understood what she was saying. It's like I'm on both sides of the fence because I don't trust white supremacy, but why do I have to look at this girl's hair and be like, that's not beautiful? Is it because of what I was taught? Right. But anyway, I don't know what you think.
Short, straight to the point. I'm iffy about it as well. Okay. So on one end, I'm like, man, that's messed up that they did that. But on the other end, I'm like, there are some black girls' hair that looks like that. Yeah. And it was a natural hair or messy hair ad, so... But I will say, and maybe I've been Europeanized too and just don't realize it, it did look the worst out of all of them. It did. In my opinion.
It did. So. Do white people feel like the other girl's hair... I don't know. I'm not white, so I don't know. Anyway. But, I mean, y'all take a look at that.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Don't edit it out, though.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know. I just saw it, but H&M has a history with the monkey thing.
H&M does have a history of doing some messed up stuff, though.
Yeah. But anyway, so I want to talk... Let's get into some music real quick. Okay, so I have this theory, and I'm a pretty good guy that follows the culture and follows, like, the analytics and what people do. And what the result could be. Okay. Megan Thee Stallion right now is hot. She's on fire. Right.
Is she the hottest female out right now?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. It was Cardi, but I think Megan just...
as far as hot.
Hot. Yeah. Megan there.
Cardi's still the big artist.
Yeah, she's a big artist. Of course. But Megan is known for what to you? Like, when you think of Megan Thee Stallion, what do you think of?
The cowboy hats. Showing off her body a lot, twerking.
I want to stop right there. Yeah. So with Megan Thee Stallion, I feel like twerking is going to make her fizzle out faster.
You think so?
Yes.
But she can really rap, though.
No. I'm not saying she can't rap. What I'm saying is she came out originally. Now the whole world is looking at her. Right. And I feel like the fact that the whole world is looking at her, all they're seeing, if you go on her page, is the twerking stuff.
You see she had a song with Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah. I mean, it was a lame song, but it was dope for her.
She's getting there, but I think that she's turning into a novelty act versus being an artist.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you look, what made me say that officially, one, because Brittany, again, she made a status saying, I'm getting tired of seeing Megan the stripper, Stallion. Right. Then I look and see little white boys twerking. You know what I'm saying?
Little white boys?
Yes. It was little white boys that met up with her, and one of them was trying to dance and like trying to twerk. So I'm like, okay, when you see Megan,
weird, but okay,
right? When you see Megan, you think of twerking,
right? Instead of music.
Now, Nicki Minaj, when she first came out, she had the whole Barbie thing. It was a brand. I get that. It wasn't until later on, until that Anaconda stuff, where you started seeing her ass. She had fake ass and stuff like that. But she really wasn't so quick to twerk everywhere. Right. It's just she was showing off her body. Okay, I get that. But Megan constantly, when she did that thing that went viral with her knees, the twerking thing.
She's been doing that move everywhere.
Yeah. And I'm like, dang, like, is that, if she was to stop doing that right now, would that take away from the career that she has right now? The hot Megan.
Well, I think people, so she's on tour with Meek and Future right now, the Legendary Nights tour. Yep. I think people go looking for her to twerk now.
So my thing is, as good as an artist that she is, as far as rap.
She can rap.
She can rap. Is this going to ruin her in the long haul and make her fizzle out faster?
I'll say...
Because I think she's a novelty right now.
I'll say we'll see.
We'll see?
I don't have an opinion on it.
Okay. I'm going to say right now, Megan, if you could stop twerking, if you just turn it down a little bit, gradually turn it down, then you'll be okay.
But what about the people that want to see her twerk though?
See, it's a cold game. Because that's what... Now you think of the cowboy hat, her showing off her body and twerking. That feel, even though she's not stripping, that feels like what Jermaine Dupri was talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was definitely talking to her too.
Yeah. And the content that she makes doesn't help it. Like City Girls, you think of twerking to their songs, but you don't think of them actually twerking. Right. Megan is a novelty act right now. It's like you put a coin in and just see her do her thing. Like Twista, when Twista first came out back in the early 90s, he just rapped fast. That's what he was known for, rapping fast. Like, hey, he can rap fast, but the thrill was gone after just listening to one or two songs because it was no structure. You know what I'm saying? He was the Guinness Book of World Records fastest rapper. Right. But later, until Slow Jams came out and he started making hits and kind of changed it up, had swag more, then he stopped being a novelty.
Absolutely.
So that's my deal with that. We'll see what happens. Bree, don't be mad at me. Now, we talked about this on Facebook, and I'm glad that we're talking about it now. Def Jam, the legendary Def Jam Records, just signed some of their MCs that came out back in the day. One of them was the first artist to actually sign with Def Jam. It was LL Cool J. LL Cool J is at least, he's not late 40s. He's maybe 50 now.
He's up there.
He's up there. And DMX, which he's like 48, something like that. DMX and LL Cool J are allegedly re-signed with Def Jam, the same label they started at. Now, you think that nobody would listen to them, right?
I think nobody wants to hear new music from them.
And why is that?
I just don't think there's a demand for their music.
From who?
Anybody. Outside of people that live in New York.
Amazing. Okay.
You disagree?
I do. I definitely do.
Redheads, would you like to hear DMX or LL Cool J's new album?
And I'm glad that you brought that up, right? Because let me talk to you real quick about the reason why I think possibly Def Jam did that. For one, if you look at WWE, for example, right? They live off nostalgia. Right. Because they still have older wrestlers like Goldberg just got $1 million. Right. And he's old as I don't know what. Undertaker's still wrestling. Like, fans love seeing that. Right. Now, I'm a hip-hop head that loves DMX. Right. Meaning that I would listen to new DMX music.
You would listen to new DMX music.
He has a song with Rick Ross and Swizz Beatz right now that is bananas.
I like that song.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like...
I would listen to a DMX song. I would listen to a LL Cool J song.
Right.
I don't want to hear a whole
You don't want to... You don't. But they still... I've seen DMX twice this year. Right. At his own show and at One Music Fest. Right. And the energy that he gives, people still want that.
I would see. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I would love for DMX to be. I hope that this is a touring deal and that they're going to put him on tours. DMX is an amazing live, and his hits are undeniable. His energy is undeniable. But I don't want to hear new DMX music.
You don't, but it's still people that does.
Oh, I mean, if you say that,
if it's
you
not
and
true,
13 other people.
No, it's not. That's not true. So let's talk about...
And whatever borough
and also,
from in New York.
with Def Jam, with major labels, they're losing out on money because of the whole streaming thing. Right. For example, and he's not on Def Jam, but Offset, right? He put out an album this year. He sold 89,000 equivalent album units the first week. 7,000 is pure album sales. Right. Tekashi 6ix9ine sold 66,000 equivalent album units, 10,000 pure album sales.
Let me ask you this though. Think about how many times their songs were streamed though. If he sold how many? 77,000?
66.
If he sold 66,000 equivalent streams, that means his music was streamed at least 6 million times.
But listen to what I'm saying though. Like,
no, I know what you're saying financially. Okay. I'm just saying, think about how much people are listening to his music.
Oh yeah. Or you got bots and stuff like that too. But what I'm saying is his record label isn't getting that much money.
Not off streaming, but they making people sign 360 deals.
They are,
so they don't care about music.
What I'm saying is for Nasir, for example. Right. Nasir's album dropped. It sold 77,000 equivalent album units, but 49,000 was pure album sales. So that label is eating off of Nas. Right. Def Jam. Wu-Tang, they sold 24,000 equivalent album units. Out of that, 19,000 people actually bought and purchased that record.
That's good.
Megan Thee Stallion, a newer artist, sold 27,000 equivalent album units. Only 3,000 out of that actually. So that's because and so what I'm saying is, let me finish my point real quick.
All right.
And Eminem, for example, like this is impressive. 434,000, but 252,000 actually bought the record.
Wow.
So the thing is, what I'm saying, these older MCs, if you were to put DMX on a large platform, if he got some beats from a couple of people in the industry, not too much, you know what I'm saying, not working with Zaytoven or nothing,
right?
But working with people,
that might be kind of dope though.
It might be
on the Zaytoven beat because they both got that gospel vibe,
that's true. Or like Justice League, or somebody like that. But if they were to put, let's say, like $1 million behind DMX, you're going to get some money back because people are going to actually purchase it. Now, I'm not saying 1 million people will, but if DMX were to do, let's say he did like 70,000 the first week, about 49 to 50,000 are actually going to buy it. Which
you think
means,
so?
Yes, actually purchase it.
I'm gonna say this: he would have a large number of people that buy it out of album sales.
And I'm thinking Def Jam is on some. We need some money.
I'm thinking that he would sell first week. 40,000
on Def Jam. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. Equivalent album units, he would sell more than that. I'm not saying no, that's not true.
We'll see. No.
Rick Ross, he would probably sell as much as Rick Ross just did. Rick Ross did like 70,000, I think, and he would have.
You really think that
with
in
no
today's
hits,
day and age, DMX will sell as many?
LL Cool J, I don't know, but DMX
again, I think they signed him for touring.
What about 50? What do you think 50 would do the first week?
50 who?
Yeah.
Tyson? 50 who?
How much do you think 50 would do the first
50
week?
who?
Cent.
Stop playing, man.
I'm asking a question.
Why?
I want to know.
Why are you asking that?
Because I want to compare. Because I remember what you said, and I want to see if you said it.
50 Cent?
How much would he sell the first week?
10,000?
He tripping, ain't he? And he got power?
You think 50 Cent would sell more than 10,000 copies right now?
The first week? Yes. His last out, like 50 is going to at least be 40,000 the first week.
Nah, if 50 Cent got 40,000 albums the first week, he bought 20,000 of them.
Nah, people, the fact that he's on Instagram and how crazy he is,
people don't care about that no more, man. That don't translate to
you not gonna do 10,000 like on a major platform.
Are you right?
You know what I'm saying?
20.
Here he go.
20,000.
He tripping.
I double it.
But anyway, I'm glad
and
that
it's gonna sell 2,000 physical copies.
Here we go. Anyway. But you see the newer MCs, they're not, well, I ain't going to call them MCs. The newer artists, they really don't sell. But the nostalgia, like people will go and actually buy those vinyls. Yeah. I buy vinyls every week.
I buy vinyls too.
You do?
Yeah.
That's impressive. But anyway, I had to get that out there. So shout out to DMX. And he looks healthy, man.
Yeah.
And he's
making his comeback. You saw he had the GQ magazine not cover, but he had a spread.
He had a spread. Yeah. Y'all clowned him.
I mean, he looked terrible. But
you think so?
Yeah. I mean,
he looked way better than he did.
His clothes were terrible, let me say that. But I am glad that he's healthy and working again.
And Swiss Beats has
said, I hope he stays sober.
Yeah, me too, man. Because like I said, since I've seen him twice this year, he looks healthy, and Swiss Beats said this is the best form that he's been in since he first came out.
Nah, I agree.
So, man, it's impressive, man. So, one thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad that you were here, my brother. Who's more relevant, Rick Ross or 50 Cent? I'm not talking about...
Musically?
No, not musically. Just relevant. When we talk about the culture, who's more relevant?
I think 50 is more relevant. However, it's because of clown stuff. It's not because he's a better artist, because he's nowhere near as good as Rick Ross when it comes to artistry.
Okay. That's fair.
But he does have power.
Okay.
The
TV show.
Right. He was in Den of Thieves, which was a good movie.
Yeah.
So he has he had his show on BET.
Yeah.
And he's an Instagram troll, which to me is so lame. But he gets so much attention for it.
From that.
Yeah.
That's his bag.
That's why he's just as relevant as Rick Ross right now. Rick Ross is relevant for music. He's relevant.
Is he though?
Come on, man, stop.
He's
relevant for music.
Because you weren't here the last time we talked about that album. That album was not good.
Port of Miami 2?
That album was, I ain't gonna say trash, but the quality of it was terrible.
Okay.
Terrible.
But I told you that though. Remember?
No, you told me a couple of songs
Because I told you big time. I didn't like the recording.
That whole.
I liked the album, but I didn't like the recording.
That album is not good.
The album is good.
What would you rate it?
3.5.
3.5 out of 5. Yeah. You are tripping. Name some songs that you liked off of that.
White Lines.
That's okay, but you couldn't really hardly hear him though.
Maybach Music 6
with Pusha T. Or no, with Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
trash.
Maybach Music 6.
That was trash.
He should have kept Pusha T verse.
Yeah.
I actually like the song Big Time, even though I don't like the verse. I don't like Swiss Beats. Oh. Turnpike Ike. Come on, man.
It's nothing like his last one.
It's better to me.
Oh my god.
To me,
really?
I like this one better than Rather You Than Me. I like it better.
Now that's the album with Raphael Sadiq on it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I like that song, but I like this album better. Anyway, to me, Rick Ross is more relevant musically.
What? He don't do nothing no more, really.
He dropped dope albums.
What hits?
He don't got hits. He got dope albums.
What's his last dope album that came out? How many years was that ago? Rather You Than Me?
No. Port of Miami 2 is his last dope album. What are you talking about?
That's not. We don't count that. That's not a good album. Sean, is that a good album to you? Be serious.
It's Port of Miami 2 a good album.
Let's stop playing. Is that a good album?
Yes or no? Is it a good album?
The recording was bad.
But is it
bad? It was decent.
All right. Redheads. Port of Miami 2. Good album.
I talked about that album was not good. And if y'all saying that, you're lying to yourself.
No, Port of Miami 2 was good. And he was spitting.
Spitting what?
Oh, come on, man. Stop.
I'm being serious. Meek Mills was way better than that. Championships, I can listen to that. And speaking of the Free Meek documentary, you saw it, right?
Yes.
Did you?
Hold on. You think Championships is better than Port of Miami?
Way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Okay.
Are you serious?
And I'm a Meek Mill fan.
What?
And I disagree.
You don't think that Port of Miami too? Are you serious?
I disagree.
Wow.
I'm a Meek Mill fan.
Wow. I'm not a Meek Mill fan. And you think that Championships isn't on the level?
I think Championships was better than Port of Miami too.
And you serious? He did.
Just being honest.
Did you like Championships?
Yeah. It was a good album. And it was feature heavy though.
What would you rate Championships?
I would rate it a 4 out of 5, but only because it's so feature heavy.
But you gave Rick Ross Port of Miami 2 a 3.5 out of 5, right?
On his own.
That album wasn't good, man.
It was good to me, dog. I'm sorry.
That is crazy, man. I can't believe
I like that album, dog. I listen to it like every other week. I mean, like every other day.
Wow. I think that you like to create, like certain artists that I like have dropped albums that to you may be trash, but I find something to like out of it.
I like the album.
That is impressive, man. Shout out to you, man. You gonna stick with your
I like the album.
I just hope that you stick for me like that.
Dog, it ain't about the artist. If it was trash, I'd call it trash. I like the album.
I
mean, Sean, did you like the album?
It was the quality didn't make it that.
For it to be a major album, the quality wasn't good. But I like the album.
What? Let me ask you this: what's the best album that has came out of 2019 so far?
I don't know. I'll talk about that next time.
Yeah,
I have to think about it.
Yeah, I don't really like. I don't know. That's hard.
I'll tell you what it wasn't.
What?
Jeezy album.
Oh yeah, Jeezy album was not good. I didn't even
tell you what it wasn't.
I wasn't even trying to waste time listening to that. What is interesting about Jeezy at this point?
He dating a non-Asian chick.
Yeah, non-black chick. I ain't got the time, man. So yeah, hopefully somebody drops something in I dropped my album in 2019. Doja dropped his album in 2019. So yeah, anyway. Well,
Sean re-released his album.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all, that has been this week's edition.
Hey, Port of Miami 2 jamming too, bro.
Oh, wow, man.
You tripping.
I can't believe he's like dead serious.
Maybach music.
Man, he's playing, man.
Hey, listen though, y'all heard Post Malone album?
Yeah. He's playing, man. That's how I had to look at him. I'm like, come on. Come on, man. This is crazy.
Post Malone got some jams, though. You can't deny that now. He got some radio hits.
Yeah.
He know how to make a radio single.
That's about it. And that's about it.
Oh.
But Port of Miami 2 don't have it, man. And I'm so serious when I say that.
Port of Miami 2.
I
like it.
Is it better than Port of Miami 1?
Probably not.
Okay.
Nah.
Swiss Beats was dope on that record, though. On Big Time?
Big Time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know I don't even like
You don't
Swiss
like
Beats
him, but you were saying you were clowning him.
Speaking of Swiss Beats, you see his house he just bought?
No, I ain't
He
seen
bought
no-
Iron Man's house.
Oh, for real?
Literally.
Iron Man's house?
Yes.
That's what they were talking about on the Breakfast Club?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I got
He bought Iron Man's house.
Yeah. Swiss Beats been getting bread.
Meanwhile, I'm just trying to pay my rent.
And he's so overrated, right?
Oh, he is.
Oh my God.
Boom. Cat.
Here we go.
Cat.
This
Boom.
has been
Cat.
this week's episode of Reds You. Make sure you follow me
Showtime.
at JRed. It's popping up right now.
Zone.
Zone. And you
He's
know
so lame,
where do
bro.
we go? Where do we follow you in?
At THEEDJPM, www.thedjpm.com. That's www.theedjpm.com.
And make sure that you, again, subscribe and hit that alert button.
Yes, sir.
Hit that alert button. Shout out to Lavelle Network. Make sure that you
My dog.
look at his IG. Look at his, because he has us on IGTV.
Yeah.
And he also has us on his channel. Shout out to everybody for supporting us, you know what I'm saying? And download and stream my album again. W.A.N.T.S, available on all streaming platforms. Apple Music, TIDAL, Spotify, we got it. But this has been Res View, and we are signing out.
Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up. Don't give up, you gon' be on. Don't give up, give up.
I know you got doubts, but get to the bag. Just follow the dream and stick with the plan. I know you get worried, I know you get scared. Better take that risk, or you get stuck there. The sky's the limit, don't think it's a ceiling.